Hi guys, and thank you so much for watching as always. I haven't said that in years, because I don't really do YouTube these days, but I have been playing Windrose demo, and I kind of just wanted to showcase what happened. So I've still not completed my first run through of the game. I literally did a few things, so I went out and I went to the different islands. I pretty much ticked all the boxes, but I haven't gone and destroyed Blackbeard's pirate thing because I'm too busy getting creative, as it were. Um, so yeah, so this was the first place that I actually, well, it wasn't the first place I landed. There was one over there. That was the first base that I built, and then I moved down here and I started to build on this, and for some reason it just got out of hand, and that's all I've been doing. So I thought I'd give you a show round and show you what I've been doing. You might get some laggy issues here. I get it just even without recording, I get these lags as the assets are trying to load in because I've created quite a lot of stuff. So let's go and have a look anyway. So over here, this is my smelting area. Now the smelting area used to be, oh god, that lag. The smelting area used to be on the roof up there, but I've moved it down here because for various reasons, but I moved it all down here. But originally it was up there. Now down here we have some storage containers. These were they were there from the beginning. I just haven't removed them. There's a small tavern here, so you can go inside and order a drink, bit of grog, bit of rum, sit with your mates and do stuff. And for the more VIP people, there's a nice seating area up here, probably for the captain and his lieutenants or people that, his officers, maybe, I don't know. Down here, we have a prison cell that I just randomly created, obviously to get a bucket. Yeah, I made that because during the game, or the demo, you release people from these prisons, so I decided to build my own, just inside my compound. I'll do the ground floor first, take you through things, and then we'll move inside the building. So out here, I'm very aware of shutting doors because of how good the pathing is with bad guys. I use enemies to pass to see if they can actually make it inside the compound. Because originally what was happening is, say there was an enemy over there, I would attract their attention so they'd aggro on me, and somehow they'd find it themselves getting into the compound. And then I started working out where they were coming in. This also happened at the back, behind the building, with the dodos. But I've been running around aggroing things, and they either end up stuck in the water down here, or just stuck outside at a wall, and they can't do anything. So I know that the pathing is now blocked, so they can't nothing can make it into the compound. So in here, all I've done is just created this bridge that goes over the bay. Obviously, you can see my rowboat over there, and this is my main ship. From here as well, you can run around and get through. You can come down here if you want, or you can go the other way. So I did lag issues again. It's a bit busy down here. So the only other things on the front are anything to do with the ship. So obviously a lot of it's decoration, just to make it look like, a place where things like this would normally happen. And just above there, I'll show you this bit before we go into the house, but up here is just again more decoration stuff. But I mean, there is utilities here like the workshop and stuff. There's another workshop down there just to make things look a bit cooler. So let's keep going on the ground floor. So I'm going to go into this area now, which is just next to where we just walked down a second ago. So in here there's a swimming pool, because why not? I don't mind having a swim. Obviously some bits and bobs around where the captain can throw a party, people can get in the pool if they want. Now over here, because I didn't know what to do with this area, I was like messing around within the area for long. So as you can see here, this is where we were outside before in the main courtyard. So this room, from the outside, you can see it's windowed at the top, just brick walled around the sides. So this is kind of like a big meeting area for the captain and his officers to kind of discuss what's going on. It's a little bit posher than some other areas. So let me shut that. And also from down here, there is an exit to the back of this place here. So you kind of see how I've built this around. Also in here, there's a storage area. Doesn't really do anything. There's just storage. Nothing else what's put in there. And also there's a door that leads up to the top, which we'll take in a moment. In fact, no, we won't. We'll come out of that way. I'll take you through the main entrance. So let's go back into the main courtyard. And these are the stairs that lead to the top. So, this was quite plain to begin with, but I just ended up adding some sort of definition to it because everything is very square. Which tends to happen. So as you can see as well from the sides over here, there's jutting out windows and stuff like that. I really wanted to break up the how square everything looked. So I added things like that, little touches like that, and there's some more on the other side as well. I think you can just see it there. There's another one jutting out the side, but you'll see it from the inside. So up here, again, I just added some decoration just to, again, break it up a little bit. On both sides, there is an extra door to go in, so you can run across that side and that side, but we'll go in through the main entrance. So from the main entrance, here, this is kind of like the workshop, so we've got the weaponsmiths, we've got the armor and clothing, and we've got the workbench, and we have our alchemy table. And we have the sawhorse, and obviously we have bits and bobs here for alchemy. And in this chest we have odds and ends for pretty much anything that you might want to build with. So what else was in this room? Oh yeah, so you can see the window indentations from both sides. And I put the torches around so that from the outside, when it's nighttime, you actually see the lights. By the time I've actually got through this run, hopefully it turns dark, so I can actually show you what the place looks like at night. But we shall see. So we're coming into the main room. Here, this is where my bonfire is, in like a chimney area. Chimneys are a thing that I've been doing a lot of, just random storage of things that I might need. In here are seeds, because with the seeds and stuff there's no way to plant at the moment. These are the side doors that lead around both sides, so this is the same on the other side. Now this is the kitchen. It's just my kitchen, my personal kitchen. I'll show you what that means in a second. In here, just food, ingredients, more ingredients, and just some decoration around. Yeah, because why not? So that's my personal kitchen. Now, this bit here is where it leads into the piratey area, like, sorry, the main deck here where we store things, so you can see where the relationship is. These doors, that door that was down at the bottom, this is the one that leads out here, which was the one we were looking at a second ago. So what I would say as well is this entire building used to just be sticks and leaves and stuff, and I've had to rebuild the entire thing now out of wood and stone. Now, two more places to look at in here. This door here leads to another area, which is outside of the main walls. In here, though, is where my crew can come sleep, There's a couple of cooking fires in here, which does have a chimney stack. I'll show you the chimney stacks soon, so you can see where I've done that. I've got 2 of them on the go at the moment, and just a random hodgepodge of decoration, some seats and stuff, and a few beds if someone wants to just get their head down because of too much rum or grog. So from here you can obviously see inside the compound, but you can also see on the back walls as well if there's anything there. You'll notice a lot of structural things, even though they're not required. I added things like these posts to keep the wall up, just because I like to build things with a little bit of reality in them. I'm not saying it's engineering precision, I'm just saying I like to have something that designates that. So you can see it all the way down the wall. There's another one there that's beaming up the wall. So all the way through this entire build, you'll see any walls have these struts that are keeping the walls. So actually, I didn't really point it out, but I will now. So it's the same, the structure in here. I've made sure that it reflects a bit more reality, that things don't just stand up without support. So that's why I built things the way they are. And you can see the struts along the walls that are keeping the walls up. From the outside, there's nothing. But the wall would be being pushed from the outside, not from the inside. So that's why I've done it this way. Again, just these small little details of decoration. So let's go. Ooh, that's a fun little glitch that you can do, by the way. If you run up a staircase that's got a small gap on the side of it. So if I do this, he starts doing this weird travelling thing. Oh, he just gets jammed. Anyway, yeah, I've had that a few times. Yeah, so that's the view of the bridge over there. Obviously, you can see there's torches on it, so darkness seems to be on its way. So what we can do is go up to the roof. Oh, chimney. So there's one chimney up there, you can see. The one that was on the other side, I'm not sure you'll be able to see it from here. In fact, no, you won't. We'll be able to see it from the roof. So let's go up to the roof. Again, in this game, I'm just so used to having to lock doors behind me to make sure nothing gets in. Obviously, windows don't really matter. Now, if we go up here, we're going up to the roof area. So there's a chimney stack here that we just saw outside, so you can see smoke coming out the top of it. That smoke is coming from my kitchen, my personal kitchen. I did this in a way which you can probably guess. I'm not going to just try to explain it. It was quite easy, simple task to do, but you have to kind of use a bit of imagination. So from up here, obviously you can see the entire compound, and you can see my ship and everything else. So that's that one, and if you look here, if you remember, we went into this room and there was two cooking fires in there, so that's where the smoke from those is coming from, which I just think is a really nice touch. Now up here, this is kind of just like a big watchtower sort of thing, so that, you know, we have some guys up here that just keeping an eye out on the horizon, making sure that, you know, nothing bad's happening. And it's also a way for distant things to see that there is an object over here. It doesn't serve any purpose. I just kind of wanted to make it. And that was a painful thing to make as well, because the game does have physics when it comes to building, and if a structure's unsafe, it won't let you build it. So I had to really use my imagination. But that's what I like about games like this, where you have to kind of think outside the box a little bit. So from up here, you can see all the roof area, so we can see our chimney over there, and we can see this other chimney over here. That's the roof of that. Over here is where the smelting stuff used to be. It used to be over here, but I didn't like it being up here, so I moved it all down there. Now, from the top of here, there's nothing really else. That's where the bonfire is. Sometimes I do move the bonfire, so if I need to do some work, say because that part of the compound over there is just outside of the bonfire range, so sometimes I'll move the bonfire and put it in the center, and then I can build things on the outside, and then I move the bonfire back into the main room. Is anything else up on the roof? No, there isn't. So the last place, I guess, I will show you is my personal bedroom. Just for the kitchen, just so you said that's where the chimney stack is. So you can see the chimney stack is up there, and that's that all the smoke's coming from. So close this. So this is my bedroom. In here, it's quite, you know, double bed. I do have a partner. My girlfriend would want somewhere to stay as well. I mean, in real life and in the game. Lots of things I've collected here. I just threw them all in here because there's weapons and stuff that I don't really use that often, because the game doesn't really matter for stuff like this at the moment. So I just store things in here, and then maybe when the full game comes out in the next few days, which is why I'm making this. I'm really excited about that. This box actually is where I usually drop off. So if I'm going to do some mining, for example, the best thing I found is I'm only going there for that one purpose. So I dump everything else into here and only take the pickaxe with me, and then I have more space to collect stone and you know, copper and whatnot. So yeah, this is just the bedroom. I think there's a few bits. Yeah, these are where all my old clothes are. There's a chest over here as well, for no other reason. This is again a little jet out point that I created again to break up the squareness of the building, and you can see through here. You can see through the windows and stuff. A couple of windows up there. Nothing impressive out here, but here is my personal balcony. So this is where I can come, chill, contemplate my existence. You know, it's my own personal space. And from there I can actually see the ship and everything else. I can see the bridge, I can see sort of into the compound down there, I can see anything that's happening in this area. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the most part. I think I've probably missed a couple of like other sections. I tried to do one thing I would like the game to introduce is being able to dig underground a bit more. You can deform the ground, but you can't deform and create a tunnel. To create a tunnel, I was excited about that. I wanted to create a weird area where I could be able to jump down into a hole or walk down some stairs behind a door, and I'd be able to run underground towards somewhere else. If, like, say this place got attacked and I needed to get out. But obviously I haven't done that because it's not possible. But these little things don't matter in the grand scheme of things. But anyway. Yeah, so I just wanted to showcase this because now it's darker. So just kind of show you what it's like at night. I've kept lighting to basically I don't want to overlight the area. So see this guy down here now, he's going to try and path towards me, but he won't be able to. In fact, I'll show you what happens. He's going to try and path through here, so is that other thing. Come at me, bro. Alright, so he's aggroing on me now. He can't do anything about the wall. And if I come over here, he's going to come round. They're all coming into the water to try and get me. And if I come here, you'll notice that they stop pathing because they know there's no way to get to me. Yep, they literally can't find a way to get to me. Even though I'm on this side now, they can't path to me because it's all blocked. And if I run back here, say for example I run here. Oh, God, lag sometimes. They're going to try and path to me here. Or maybe not. Oh, there we go. Oh, they're both aggroing. I mean, I can kill these guys very... Oh, they're just stuck there at this point. But if I walk back in through here, they'll just stay in that water area. They know they can't path to me, so the game just goes, I don't know, you can't do anything. Eventually they'll despawn. Yeah, so that's the build. Current build, anyway. I'm looking forward to the game coming out. It comes out in the next few days. This is just the demo, and this is just my first run of the demo. I've not actually completed the demo yet, because I don't want to. I'm just enjoying the building mechanics, and I'm really looking forward to other assets that they're going to put into the game, so that could make this look even better. Anyway, that was it. I just wanted to show you before the early release comes out. So thank you so much for watching as always. I haven't said this bit for years as well. Please feel free to rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next video, guys. So take care of each other, and goodbye.